Hey there, Sag, and welcome back to Unicorn. Okay, Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of July, and we're going to take a look at past, present, and near future energies. Ten of Swords flew out. Also, Sag, if this reading resonates and you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below, and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. This is really interesting because Leo got the Three of Swords in the exact same row and the exact same location in the near future. Okay, definitely an ending. An ending happened for you here. For those of you that haven't experienced this ending yet, this reading's not for you. This ending has already happened. It took place in the recent past. The main energy for your reading this month is the world. There's a cycle closing out here for you, and there's a brand new cycle starting. Your reading opens up with the world and it closes out with the Fool. So this is literally the last card in the tarot deck, and this is the first card. Why is my camera out of focus? Focus, focus, focus. There we go. This is the last card in the tarot deck. This is the first card in the tarot deck. So you're literally coming full circle, closing out a cycle, starting a brand new one. Love it. Recent past, you get the Ten of Swords, the Strength, and the Three of Cups. There was an ending here. It was difficult. It was painful. It was very, very hard for you to accept because part of you deep down still wanted a reconciliation. You're showing me this ending was so painful. It was so difficult. And what made it even harder was the fact that I wanted this person back. I wanted this connection back. In the current situation, you're bouncing between this and that. You get the Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the Lovers. Some days you wake up, you're like, I'm emotionally detaching, I'm emotionally disconnecting, I'm done with this, I'm over this, move along. Other days you're like, I love this person so much, this is a soul connection, this is a divine connection, I don't ever want this to end, I want this connection back in my life, you know. It's not just like, oh, I want to reconcile here in the 3D world. It's like, this is a soul connection. Our souls are connected. Our higher selves are connected here. And so in the current situation, it really just depends on the day, but some days it's this, some days it's that. In the near future, you get the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Fool. You are experiencing some emotional pain here, but you're essentially showing me, no, I'm not. It's almost like you're going through heartbreak, but you don't want to admit it. You're like, no, no, no. I've opened a new book. I've new chapter, right? The Fool. Brand new beginning, brand new start, new month, new me, right? Yes, but not entirely. It's almost like you're just, starting over, starting fresh with great energies, but you still have this little, this little backpack with emotional pain that you don't really want to touch, you don't really want to look at. You're like, yay, I'm totally free. Yeah, you are. But you still have this backpack on you. And you're just like, what backpack? I don't see a backpack. I have a backpack? No backpack. Have no idea what you're talking about. So let's see. Let's take a look at the world, which is the main energy for your reading this month. The world is clarified by the Judgment, Page of Swords, and the Fool. You get the Fool again in the near future. You need to make a decision, right? You're showing me, look, I need to decide, do I want this connection back or do I want to have a completely new beginning? The majority of you is leaning, let's say if I took you and I turned you into like a pie, 80% of you is like new beginning, wipe the slate clean, let's move on, let's get past this. But there's some lingering doubts, there's some lingering what ifs, and I don't know what these what ifs are all about. Maybe it's like, oh, maybe I can't get past this. Maybe I don't want to get past this. Maybe I can't have a new beginning. I don't know what this is. But the main energy this month is you knowing you need to make a decision. You need to pick a side. You need to pick which direction you want to go in. But there's a lot of doubts happening for you here in the 3D world as to whether or not you can have this. Is this what I actually want? Is this a good idea? Is this the right choice? Yada, yada, yada. So let's take a look at the recent past and start off by clarifying the Ten of Swords, which is the main energy for your reading this month. Wow. Ten of Swords is clarified by the World, which is the main energy for your reading this month. The Two of Swords and the Temperance. This is you. Something ended here. A cycle closed, right? There was an ending and it was difficult and it was painful. I can see that. And you are showing me, I don't want to look at this. Ending? What ending? There is no ending. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's literally like you're keeping yourself blindfolded here. If you look at this girl on the card, she has a blindfold on her and she's like, oh my gosh, what's attacking me? I don't know what's happening. I have no idea how to deal with this. Her hands are free. She can rip the blindfold off. She's not actually bound by anything. But it's easier, right? Ignorance is bliss. It's easier to keep the blindfold on and keep battling this, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, than to rip the blindfold off and deal with reality. And that's what you're doing here in the recent past. Like you're literally keeping the blindfold on purpose because for some reason, you know, it's easier for you to not know what to do or what's happening or, you know, accept that this ending happened than it is to actually deal with it. A little bit of burying your head in the sand in the recent past here. Let's take a look at the strength in the recent past for you. Strength is clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Tower, the Three of Cups. You get the Three of Cups again in the recent past. You're talking, you're communicating, and the whole goal, the energy that you have through this communication, through trying to talk to this person is I want to reconcile. But I feel like this communication is not being well received on the other side because you're showing me it's literally difficult. It's very, very, very hard. Like you're literally pushing a boulder uphill trying to have this communication, trying to talk, trying to even interact with the other person. So I don't know if it's difficult for you to be vulnerable and communicate or if it's the other person, which is literally like making this way more difficult than it needs to be. But you're showing me my goal in this communication is a reconciliation for us to come back together, you know, like to have this connection back in my life. And it's just like, it's not that it's not working, but it's like, why is this so difficult? It's quite literally like you're trying to push 1,000-pound boulder up a hill. You're like, I'm making progress, but man, is this hard. Let's look at the Three of Cups in the recent past for you. Three of Cups is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Empress, and the Devil. I feel like it's your person. Your person is, how do I explain this? I mean, we all have good and difficult sides, but your person is just really like a mesh of both of them. You're showing me I want to reconcile, and they do as well, by the way. I feel like this is your person's energy. They embody this type of energy of like, that's my perfect match. So you look at them as your ideal match. They look at you as their ideal match. Like they couldn't ask for a better partner. But somebody here, and I do feel like it's kind of the both of you, have unhealthy, childish, immature tendencies. Whether that's not saying how you truly feel, whether that's playing games, whether that's not being transparent and honest, whether that's, you know, acting different than how you feel. There's some childish, immature behavior here, which is making this reconciliation difficult, which is making interacting and communicating and even getting anywhere, right? Difficult. It's because it's literally like almost like talking to a child. It's like not syncing. This person's like not getting it. Part of it is because they don't want to get it. I do see some, you know, playing games here. And I'm not talking Monopoly. Let's look at the current situation. I want to take a look at the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Cups again, Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. You're showing me, look, it's just time for me to walk away in the current situation. It's time for me to walk away. Like, I'm closed off. My person's closed off. You know, I'm just emotionally detached. I'm emotionally drained. I'm emotionally disconnected. Let me just turn my back. Let me just walk away. You're focusing heavily on the emotional detachment. And I feel like you're showing me I'm emotionally detached. And I feel like my person's also emotionally detached and emotionally disconnected from this connection. So it's kind of like, why bother anymore? Let me just pick up my toys and walk away. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles in the current situation. Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Wands, Five of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, you're putting on a brave front. And it's interesting because you get the Three of Swords in the near future, Five of Swords in the near future in the same row. You're putting on a front of, I'm good, I'm fine, I walked away, I'm hot, I'm sexy, I'm attractive, you know, everybody loves me, everybody wants me, and you're a fire sign. Like you're literally a magnet energetically for people. But that's not all that is happening right now, is it, Sag? Behind the scenes, there's a lot of heartbreak. There's a lot of emotional pain because you don't really want to walk away. You're walking away because you're like, hey, I'm dealing, like, I'm trying. I've tried to reconcile. I've tried to communicate with my person. I'm dealing with a child. Like, they're making this hard. They're not working with me. Why am I the only one putting in effort here? And you're literally showing me, like, you know, I am going through a lot of pain. I am going through a lot of heartbreak, but you don't let anybody else see it. You put on a very brave front. Like, if people didn't know you and they were to look at you, they'd be like, Sag, having the time of their life. Literally. Look at how beautiful and attractive and radiant and charismatic they are. Look how successful they are. Sag is perfect. And you're like, yeah, I am. But there's also stuff happening to me emotionally behind the scenes, which you don't really want to show anybody. I don't even think you want to show this to yourself. Let's look at the lovers in the current situation. Lovers is clarified by the Hangman, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. This connection is intense and you're still feeling it. And you're stuck on, I want a new beginning. But you also don't want to want a new beginning. You're showing me, I want to start over. I want to have a brand new start with this person. But why do I want this? I don't want to want this. Me wanting this new beginning, me having these feelings is just making things harder for myself. I want to emotionally detach. I want to walk away. I don't want to think about this person anymore. I don't want my energy to be tied up to them. I don't want to feel anything towards them. I just want to move on. But that's not how you feel, right? You feel like you want a new beginning. So you're kind of stuck in this energy between, I'm trying to move away, but I can't. I want a new beginning, but I don't want it. You're stuck in the middle. And I could see you're a little bit frustrated in the current situation, for sure. But it's okay. Let's take a look at the near future. I want to see the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, Magician, Five of Pentacles. You're heartbroken here. You're heartbroken here in the near future because you're showing me all I'm manifesting. All I want is to get back to this place of equal give and take, of flow with this person. I want to give 50%. I just want them to give 50%. I don't like us being apart. I don't like this separation. You do feel a feeling of loss not having them in your life. You do feel a feeling of, you know, like I miss them. I want them. I miss this connection. And all you're manifesting here in the near future is getting over this heartbreak, getting over this emotional pain, and getting back to this place of equal give and take with your person. Let's take a look at the Five of Swords in the near future. Five of Swords is clarified by the Chariot, Seven of Swords, Two of Wands. And again, the Moon. You get the Moon in the recent past. Here's the thing. Oh, no, sorry. That was the Three of Cups. Why did I think you got the Moon? Never mind. I'm thinking of Leo's reading. Leo got the Moon in this area. You're showing me here in the near future, I just want to move past this. I just want to move past this. I just want to move past this. And you do, but you also don't. One day, I'm done. Next day, no, I miss this person. One day, I want them back in my life. Next day, I'm over this connection. You're stuck in this place of limbo. And so you're literally showing me like, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for me to figure out what the heck I actually want. For me to kind of like pick a side. It's difficult though. I feel like you're getting a little frustrated with yourself about like, okay, Sag, like why can't you just decide? Like it's not that hard. It is difficult. It is difficult because you've got two sides of you duking it out. There's one side of you which is like, move on, move past this. This is too toxic. I don't need this. The other part of you is like, but I want a new beginning, but I love them, but I still miss them, but I still feel connected to them. So be patient with yourself, Sag. Let's take a look at the Fool. The Fool is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands. Same energy, and the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You're battling it out. You're battling it out. You want a new beginning. You want the soul connection. You want to start over, but you don't want to want this. It's almost like, this is what I want, but I don't want to be wanting this. Be patient. Be patient. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Sag. From the universe, you get the Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You're holding on to this love. You're holding on to the desire to receive love from this person, to offer them love. You want this connection back. But in the meantime, because you're confused, because you can't pick a side, because you want this, you don't want this, you don't know what you want, you're like, I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm just going to do me, because that I know I definitely want. So Sag, very intricate reading. It's very loaded and I can feel your frustration. So just be patient with yourself, okay? This is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, please consider buying me a cup of coffee. Donation link is below and any and every amount is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for tuning in, Sag, and I will see you here on the next one.